Howdy all, grab yourselves a beer, it is time for some more Path of Exile, and today I'm going to be continuing on the Toucan race will arrive race that I'm running. I'm not particularly competitive in it, I'm going to be far behind the top finishers, but it's a race to 125 Atlas bonus in a solo self-found environment with a couple of quite hard mods. If you want to sign up, it's you can do so on the Path of Exile forums, and it's also an asynchronous race, which means that your /played time is what matters. Anyways, my character is Einhar 8 my Toucan, a Rain of Arrows character that is trying to do poison. I was asked to do poison by my YouTube channel, and is of course supplementing that at the moment with the Herald of Agony, because poison a bit lackluster against bosses until you get extraordinary gear. And for that matter, with the terrible gear I've got, it's a bit lackluster, full stop. Anyways, that's enough talking, let's get on to it. I've done the bandits, I've done everything up to, but not including running to the Vaal Oversoul area. You'll notice that I'm just using absolute trash tier gear still, and you know, I've picked up a couple of rares now. That all the rares have been self-crafted because this league does not have any magic or rare items drop. I've had a unique drop, but it was one that I couldn't really get much value out of. So initially I'm inflicting as many poisons as I can, then the Agony Crawler is doing the hard hitting against the big monsters. I'm so currency starved that I'm picking up Portal Scrolls to vendor up to alterations, which is not something you would do in a normal league, but no magic or rare items drop in this league, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Don't like this zone, never have. I've got absolutely god-awful resists. Oh, and I think I may be crashing. Okay, well we just had our first crash of the league. Hopefully that didn't actually kill me. Died one time, yep, that didn't kill me. Obviously that's a real setback in terms of time, but because I'm not particularly competitive, it's not the end of the world. Now let's just get my passive points spent. I'm taking these resistance nodes because I'm so starved for resistances that I'm willing to invest passive points into them. I'm probably going to have to run Purity of Elements as well. It's a combination of two things for that. There's access to less gear than usual, and there is also the fact that the league has a mod that gives players negative 40% to resist. These are intended to slow progression down and cause a bit more tension while you're leveling. I'm doing the Legion monoliths at the moment. I hadn't been doing them previously. The reason I'm doing them is because they're pretty much the best source of raw currency. Actually sure what... That's a prophecy node there from memory. These drop a lot of unique items as well, which is really important, especially even though I got nothing there in the real items that I care about. Alright, that was a total dead end, but still, I got my monolith. Had a chance at something good. Didn't get it, but had a chance. This is a zone I do not know anything about the layout of. If I was a racer, I would have learnt more than I have about it. But hey, I'm not. Oh, I just accidentally turned off my Herald of Agony, that was really dumb. That's because of muscle memory. My character in the main Legion League has T bound to their sort of AoE burst skill. So I'm inflicting poison 60% of the time. It's still not doing very much damage. I am intending to scale poison more, but I just haven't got the ability to do so yet. Four links become available at monster level 23 from rare monsters, 24 from magics, and 25 from random trash. So once we get to areas with monster level 25, we should start being able to really improve our gear again. Now, ordinarily in a race you'd be killing a lot less monsters than I am, but the reason for that is that the gear is so bad that I can't be under-leveled. And I also need to kill more monsters to get the currency that's required in order to craft the occasional gear upgrade. And here we go, that's what we're looking for. Nighttime it is.
This shouldn't be happening. Not in the world I know.
Okay, Northern Forest.
Ready, Exile? It is time.
No, Einhar, I'm not going to do your stupid hunt. I'm sorry, Einhar. You're a lot less appealing while leveling, in a context where your little friends aren't dropping me any rare items. They're the only reason I kill your friends normally. Am I really talking to Einhar? I probably shouldn't do that. In that monolith. And let's have a look around. There's a bunch of good looking stuff here. Let's definitely hit these things hard. Hit the Vaal chest. Actually a lot of stuff that's alive there, so I'm going to be a bit careful. And you get out of the entire zone they're in. Or not the zone, but the area. So I've set a lot more free. Now that's a transmute. Transmute can be useful. It's going to incentivize me to replace an item. This stupid thing does not want to die. Right, a 2-stone ring is potentially very useful. This is the main thing I'm here for. And we got nothing, yay, just what we always wanted. This buckskin tunic is... could potentially be better than that. So let's waste a chance orb on it. Oh! That's the first time I've ever had that happen. Okay, that is actually really, really good. Okay, I'll take it. As you saw, I got the achievement then. I've not chanced an item before. You know, I was thinking maybe I'll get a rare. And I've just gone into the Dread Thicket. I don't want to go into the Dread Thicket. It's always 50%. I do not like that tail spin guy. Especially when he's got multiple projectiles. Is my Agony Crawler firing with extra projectiles? That's cool. He's counted as a monster, I think. It is funny that the two unique items I've had drop for me, that I've had access to in this league, have both been archery-themed ones. although both elemental archer type ones. So, given that I have set myself the additional restriction of being poison based in some way, shape or form, isn't perfect, but it will do. One question I have for viewers: what music do you generally listen to while you're playing this game, if any, or are you too engrossed in the game? Hit up your comments below. I can't listen to music while I'm recording for YouTube, but if I'm playing by myself without recording, I'm usually listening to something like Nightwish, depending on the mood I'm in. Alright, I've got a nasty bleed on me. I'm just going to let it elapse. I don't have any... all my flasks are just white except for the quicksilvers, and they're not rolled well. They just have whatever crap came on them. Okay, that's an upgraded mana flask. I don't know that I'm going to need a mana flask forever, but I will take it. I should look to upgrade my amulet at some point. Alright, now at this point, it's straight on to Act 3. Okay, there's a currency one. Currency is what matters because it's the only way that I can get my item upgrades reliably. I've got to break him out, which I have. He's going to be tanky, given how tanky he was when he was asleep. I'm crashing again, I believe. Okay, this isn't good. Not certain what's causing that, but in any case, I'll give it a little bit more playtime and then ascertain whether it's unplayable at the moment or not. It could be that I am uploading a video to YouTube at the moment, and that does put a lot of stress on my internet connection. In any case, I didn't die there, as I can tell by the fact that my reservation skill was not turned off. These are scoured, so they just generally don't drop anything of note in the normal loot. What's that? That is what I've got. So deerskin gloves, that's an upgrade. Oh yeah, that's an upgrade. 8% IAS, that's really nice. Got dash in there at the moment. No reason for that to stay, but here we are. Here's the guy that's guardian of the currency. And the heavy hitting is definitely coming from the Herald, from the Agony Crawler at the moment. I do want to get to the point that I'm stacking up meaningful damage over time, but I'm not there yet. Now, I need to factor in the complete absence of resists. I've got minus 14% lightning resist, so I can't really take hits from the boss's lightning beam. Trash monsters I can get away with it a bit, because they still aren't very dangerous at this point, but the bosses are a different thing altogether. take these rings even though they're going to drop scoured, so unless there's a unique in them, there's not that much for me in these rings, but there's a chance at the uniques. Can't think of any good unique rings and amulets at the moment, but there's also a chance of getting jewels, and I do pick up jewels on this build fairly early. Jewels will also drop scoured, but they're a perfect use of an alchemy orb. Life gain on hit is almost tempting, to be honest. Okay, utter trash there. I'm working on killing the trash. Hopefully the crawler stayed on the big thing. Yep. And again, nothing in the way of drops of any jewelry. Catalyst, that's a Vaal Orb card. I will take it. I'm going to be very starved on Vaal Orbs this league because I'm going to need to do a lot of red maps for the Atlas bonuses. Okay. And that's where our exit up to the boss is. So we can go through to the boss. I'll ping augmentations, nice. Been needing them. And the Pyramid Apex. And just like last time, I will get a level up from the boss. Yacked. Given that I stupidly died on the last one, I will also put up that thing. I should have used that opportunity to spend a passive point. In fact, I've still got time. Ouch. I thought that might have one-shot me actually. Didn't, so that's a good thing. I think I must just overestimate this guy a bit. That's his slam. Due to the strange mechanics of the Herald of Agony, it's actually more damage if I can avoid firing off the hits that kill those trash mobs until the last second. But I don't think that's practical. This guy is really durable. So he's got 40% more health, but the main thing that's making him durable... the main thing that's making him durable is that I have so little damage at the moment. I've not yet been able to get the supports that I want for the Herald of Agony. They will make things a lot better. Get those quick poisons in. One thing that's difficult is that the Agony Crawler will often attack the wrong thing when those... it's doing something dangerous. Oh, it's the rocks. Rocks fall, everyone dies. I need to be constantly hitting the boss, otherwise I will end up doing next to no damage. That's his slam. It's really good when there's no trash mobs up, because the crawler focuses solely on the boss. Rain of Arrows, I must say, has been a really solid skill. I need to play it more. Last time I leveled a character with a bow was when Elemental Hit was first buffed. And there we go. That's the boss down. Nothing at all in drops. Leather Hood is potentially... yeah, that's potentially an upgrade.
Spread the word amongst your kind, Nightmare. You're not welcome in my world.
+1 to socketed minion gems. That's actually really good. Except that needs to be Herald of Agony. Vicious projectiles. Support. And Caustic Arrow, I will continue use. Oh no, Blink Arrow is the one I need. Caustic I'll just throw there. It's niche use only. And that's what we wanted from there, so let's go on. A lot of space to be faster than I am. As you can see, I'm just not that used to just not stopping. And I've turned off my Herald for some reason. Of course, because I swapped where it was. Now reserving more mana than I was before, but that's fine because Vicious Projectiles will help a lot with the damage. I could be using that on my... oh no, I don't think it works with poison. That's a mechanic I need to learn more about. I can stand toe-to-toe with this guy, which surprises me. Silver Coin is nice. I'm not going to take that Moonstone Ring because the base is so bad. Even though it's much higher item level than some of the stuff I've got. Definitely hitting these. Though it looks like I may have got absolutely nothing out of this one. That's all. I'll just leave it as is. Amber Amulet may... no, I don't think it's of any use. Probably better than the crappy Essence Heart one I've got at the moment. Nah, I'm not going to roll it though. Alright, Sign Encampment. We don't need to go to... we don't need to go to the actual town area at the moment. We can just zoom straight through and start working towards the crematorium. At least from memory we can. Should be a lot more tanky with the acrobatics and phase acro combination coming. Alright, well, we found the sewer. Again, not familiar with this layout. I mean, I've done it, obviously done it plenty of times, but I've never really learned every possible way it can come together. Alright, so this here has potential. No, nothing up there.
My mana is gone.
Need to keep moving all the time. With the enemies all having such speed. Quicksilver Flask, nice. Singular Incubator, that's going to give me a bad unique. That has potential. Let's stick it on Asherin because it'll be the thing I'll use the longest. And oh, we have a zone boss. He was pure physical, so he's not that scary. Quicksilver Flask in case I want a third one, and a higher item level 2 stone ring. I'll take that, and then I'll roll it later when I need it. Okay, now this is a really unusual layout. That's the dead end, so that means it's further down this way. Most of these zones have about, 10 sort of core ways they can be laid out, so people that play the leveling game a lot more than I do get to learn them all. I don't know why I'm hitting that rare. Super tanky rares generally aren't worth killing when you're leveling. It's just a habit. Scour's a bit of a dud. Not actually sure what I'll use them for. I feel I remember they can be transformed into alchemies via a vendor recipe. If I'm right about that, then that's going to be what I'll do in this league. Obviously not something you would, not a recipe you would use in a normal league because they're worth more. Why am I don't need to carry things for the whetstone recipe. Whetstone, not whetstone. Bauble recipe. Oh, it is up here. I've misread the terrain. Lots of gem levels, including importantly Caustic Arrow, which I'm still using. Alright, crematorium. This video I'm going to go as far as just the crematorium, and then I'll save the sewers and so on for the next one. Tolman's screams there are terrifying, and as always, I tend to go the wrong way when I come in here. I have a major passive to spend. Oh, and I'm standing in hate beats. Ooh. That was the second time that I've nearly been killed by getting distracted when there's a monster around that I thought didn't have line of sight to me. You'd think I'd learn. Quarantine quarters someone has entered. I think that's one of the Vaal side zones.
My mana is gone.
Okay, we have a coral ring here. It's 26, I'm going to take it. Okay. First thing that's told me I'm in the right spot is seeing that thing there, and here we are. This is the Labyrinth Trial. Fast movement is godly in these zones. And the fire damage over time in here is going to be absolutely barbaric. However, it's a lot more forgiving than the later one. Okay, so we've still got piety. And we've got this monolith. I think I am still right to do the monoliths. I'm not 100% certain, but they feel like they're worth doing. Especially with the prospect of maybe getting a very powerful unit leveling unique out of one of them. I'm just going to take this Eternal Chest and that will be it. Not going to be able to get to that ring. This is doing a lot less damage to me than I was expecting they would. Partly I think I'm just afraid of them from maps. Ooh, projectile weakness is a curse. I can run that on Blasphemy. If that is appropriate, I've got to think on that.
Huntress, you are beatific because you answer to no one. And that's why no one will miss you.
Heidi's lines are just great. The fact that she has different ones for each class as well. Oh, yikes.
Your ego will kill you, Huntress.
Don't underestimate Piety's lightning damage. Alright, there she goes. She was reasonably easy. Tolman. Okay. At this point, I will turn in the quest, and then I will finish recording this video.
Goodbye, Exile.
Can't see why
And
I'd want
I
you back
haven't... Oh dear, I didn't talk to Clarissa. This is one of those mistakes you make exactly once. Fortunately, I'm still in the same zone. I was quick enough to get to Tolman that I didn't lose this instance. I was actually thinking at one point of farming Monolith in here. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just keep pushing on. I'm feeling stronger than I was. I'm very glad that I didn't just log out completely at that point and then lose my instance there.
See you.
Alright, that's the sewers done.
Tread carefully.
And then there's a reward from Maramoa.
Be well.
Despair is relevant.
General Gravicius demand.
I can't use that yet. Okay, that is going to be the point at which I call it for this video. I will continue to play on and upload things for the rest of this league. I'm intending to upload all my progress in this league, and so definitely join it if it looks like you'd be having some fun. I've definitely found that this has been more fun than playing the core game, mostly because the moments of tension that you get in the core game, they're just much more plentiful when monsters have onslaught and when they're able to kill you in the low levels. So the low levels are much more exciting. You can of course migrate out if you find that it starts to be oppressively difficult, but I believe you'll be able to do fine. There's people that are already in maps in this league. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you got any questions, fire away.